I think we should probably actually hop into. Let's just kind of show some just background to Fujin, how he kind of walks around the map, how he moves.
So he uses wind a lot in a lot of his combos and normal attacks. He also has a sword. He had a sword in Armageddon. It was this big, heavy, like devastator sword, and now it's kind of a smaller, like rapier katana. You can see there he uses the wind to like elevate himself. He has. Oh, this is so cool. He literally pulls your own breath out and uses it against you. He also has his crossbow back. This is fun. It's a reference to one of his MK4 fatalities.
You can't have Fujin without his crossbow. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. I don't know why a god uses a crossbow, but I like it.
We're all in. So that's sort of just how the basic Fujin kind of moves around, but let's take a look and discuss more in depth Fujin's normal moves.
Yeah, these are just based on normal strength. So 114 is like your typical like jab string, and it has a crushing blow if it's a counter hit or a punish. You see, he will actually kick him all the way around the world, and he'll come back, which is quite a bitey kick.
It's the light version.
Then he has back 1-1, and I think this is his main neutral game string. It has really good range, really, really fast. He can hit confirm it into a special move. He can leave them standing and do pressure. This is his 4-3-4. It has a crushing blow if the second hit hits twice in a row, and the second hit is an overhead. Then he has this really cool slide. It's almost like a special move. It's a normal attack. It travels pretty far, like halfway across the screen. And that has a crushing blow if only the last second hit hits. So if you do it in the ground or under something and the palm hits, they'll break their wrists.
And
this is another normal
attack with the wind.
They're very, very long, right? Like this.
Those are not special moves.
Right, it almost feels like a special move, but they're actually just normal attacks. And he has a version that pushes you away and a version that pushes you out.
So depending on how you want to play with Fujin, either being close or keeping distance is how you're going to manipulate the weapon.
Yeah, I
and
think
you'll see through
really
variations that there's going to be a lot of that involved too, like how you want to play, where you want to keep them, away, close, out of the air. There's a lot of stuff he'll do with that stuff.
Exactly, and that complements his special moves, which are very mobility based and both keeping them in or him giving it nuance.
Right. Let's talk about base specials real quick. Yeah.
So it's his crossbow, and similar to MK4, you can amplify it to go up, down, or straight, and you can do multiple. And you can mix and match how you want. You can do up and straight, or down and up, or whatever. And you can see it does take stamina, so he can't just like, he's not like this hard zoning character, but he can mix it up and keep them guessing. Then he has these wind kicks, and they're your typical combo enters. This is how you're going to cash out damage in your combos and your confirms. And the Amplified one carries them really, really far. And there you can see that is actually an armor breaking move, which is something we're going to talk about later.
Ooh, spoilers.
Nice setup, Stephanie. We have one more move to show that is in Fujin's base. It's a tornado move we're going to show.
So this is similar, but a new spin on Kung Lao's spin. He can actually, thank you. You can go forward or back depending on the direction you go. And it's great for anti-air because unlike Kung Lao's spin, it covers like the whole top of the screen. Normally he does not get a combo. He just does it on the ground. They have to jump into it, or it has to hit very late when it's active. Like you can see there, he doesn't really get a conversion. But here's an example of where he can't because it's hitting very late and it's active. I do the slide, let it hit from very far, then I do it, and he actually gets a full corner combo. So this is one of the things I need about how situation is, where you're going to have to preemptively anti-air the tornado or get your spacing right, and then you get into these really flashy combos.
Yeah, so you mentioned that if they like pretty much fall down on the tornado, you'll be able to get a combo out.
Exactly.
Like up high in the animation.
Yes.
And then of course corner combo.
Let's not forget to mention that like the height that Fujin can get these opponents. Like he's putting them at the very top of these arenas.
Oh,
you haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, he has a move like that is like the highest of any move I've ever seen.
Let's move on to variation 1.
Okay, so this one, in my opinion, is pretty combo based. Also, I love this outfit. Look at that cape and that hair. He is motivated. So the first thing he gets is an amplified tornado, and this actually makes it a combo. You can amplify it more than once. It'll pop up, and you can get mid-swing combos and stuff. And this is cool. This makes his hop attack hover. You hit down up, and it'll hover in the air as long as he wants to. And this makes his combo, or his hop attack, have a crushing blow. So if he goes over like a sweep or a low poke, you can do the hop attack, and then get a pop-up on it. And then lastly, he can do 2 of his special moves in the air. He can do the tornado and the wind kicks in the air. So he can do like a jump attack into it. He can mix up the tornado in the air, like jump at you, fake you out, and then do a back tornado kick away, or go in and then amplify it once. So this variation I think is the most simple. I think this is the one that's like big combo damage for tornado, better combos ending in the air tornado, and then you get the crushing blow that pops up with the hop attack. So I think this is like your baseline. You don't want to mess with stances or anything like that. You want to do big damage. I think this is the one I use.
Quick question. The hop attack, can you do just a regular hop attack?
Yes. If you just tap up, you'll get a regular hop attack. Or you can do down up to do the hover, and then from them, you could do the hop attack. You could even just cancel it and drop down.
Okay.
And he can do both the kick and the punch one if he wants.
New twist on hop attacks with Fujin. Let's take a look at variation 2.
So variation 2 is his air mobility one. But first, his wind kicks are replaced with the sword spin, and this is an awesome pressure tool. The amplified version is safe with big pushback, and the regular version on hit keeps them standing, and he can go into his pressure. Like he can do back 1-1 into the sword. They'll be standing right next to him. You can loop it, go for throws, go for jump overs, whatever you want. And the opponent, he's like double digits advantage, I think. So he's gonna have like a lot of time to do pressure. Then this is air walk up, which is I think is really easy. He starts literally walking on the air, and he has a whole host of options. He has his dive kick, his K4, he has an anti-air sword. He can either just drop down next to you, he can drop down far away, and even the dive kick has a couple of options. Like he has a regular one, which is punishable, or you can amplify it and continue it, and that'll get you out of it if you try to punish it. So this move you can use to get in, you can use it to get out. It pretty much allows him to be all over the screen wherever he wants, whenever he wants.
Yeah, Skywalker is probably my favorite move that he has. I mean,
yeah,
the different tools that he can link out of it is just amazing. He just has a whole tool set for just going into the Skywalker.
And what's cool is you're gonna be so focused on dealing with his back 1-1 or 2, like all those wind normals that we showed, that you're gonna want to jump or just sit there and block, and then that sets up him to just go crazy and be flying all over the place like a nut, which then sets up his throw game and his different pressure options and stuff. It can be very
that's not all for variation 2 though either.
No, I think there is more.
There's more?
Yeah. An air parry, which I think is pretty new, at least for MK. He'll actually parry your...
anything that's had an air parry before.
Yeah, it's probably been done in some of my favorite numbers, but either way, it's very fresh. And then he gets all the options from Skywalker. He also has a grounded one, where he will carry ground moves, so if you try to anti-him. So, this complements Skywalker because it's really hard to anti-air Skywalker, so you're going to want to preemptively jump. Like, you're going to want to do your jump 1 to, like, beat him out of the air before you can start to do it. But if he thinks you're going to do that, he preemptively jumps. You can air parry and do your anti-air. So it's like this meta game of he's doing Skywalker, he's all over the place, you can't really follow what's going on. So you're like, alright, screw this, I'm just going to jump kick him out of the air, I'm going to do Baraka's jump kick or whatever. But then he reads that you read that, and he's going to air parry that, and then get his dive kick for 50 damage.
So space control with Fujin is very important. And
Air
speed,
speed
more of it. But then later, when we're going to see later that he also has the variation to control the ground space.
The ground,
so
yeah. So
very however you want to play, you can choose how you want to what you want to control.
yeah, I think
Let's take a look at.
I think if you're one of those nutty players who like speed like go go go, I don't care about defense. My block button doesn't even work. Let's just go. Variation 2, I think.
I'm listening. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at variation 3.
So this one is ground based. It is back 2 and it's 4-2 the amplified version, where he stabs you and gets extra damage. And it actually gains a crushing blow, and the requirement is to punish a backdash. There you go. Stabs him right in the heart. Then he also gets. Oh.
We have three separate videos for variation 3. Let's take a look at that.
And he gets the Swin Push. So this move is very neat. He has a close, a medium, and a far version. And they are super fast, really good recovery. It's kind of similar to Kenshi's push. The caveat is the amplified version, while it pushes you super far, it actually does no chip damage. So it's going to be really hard to get in, but he's not going to kill you with it. He's going to kill you by making you make mistakes. But
and that will totally complement his away 2 and towards 2 as well.
Exactly. Like you're going to want to try to dash in, and that's when he's going to catch you with the back 2. And the crushing blow is for doing all 3 versions. Like if he does close, medium, and amplified far, he'll get it. Or he can do like medium, far, close, or whatever word. It just has to be 3. He has to use all 3 in a row.
And it's hard to see that win coming.
Oh
yeah.
I mean, it is practically instant. It's very, very effective.
This is my favorite one right here.
And then he has this air control move where it does nothing on the ground, but if you're in the air and he touches you, he slams you down. And you can amplify it to get the world's biggest pop-up. He throws you up, and then in 2021 you fall down, and he gets a combo. So a fun thing you can do is actually do the 4-3-1 crushing blow because the slide won't hit if you're still up in the air. That's my favorite use of it.
Yeah, it's a really fun way to get your crushing blows going for sure.
And so that move also complements.
Control everything with it.
Exactly.
Right?
You want to jump because of the push, because if you just sit there and block, you're going to get amplified away and you'll never get it. Time's going to be running out. You're going to be stressed out. You're going to have a ton of anxiety. You're just, all right, I'm going to jump, and then that's when he gets killed.
So it's kind of like for that patient player that wants to just kind of sit back and like just put projectiles or zone or whatnot. It's that player's perfect character.
Yes, it's the opposite of variation. So variation 2 is all about the rush down, the restand, and the pressure of the Skywalker. This one is the opposite. This is all about space control. You don't even want to fight. Just push them away.
So like we discussed earlier, like there are different, every player will find some version of Fujin that will probably fit their play style, which is
yeah,
really cool. They all play very differently.
They're all pretty different, and I think it's fun because like he looks very hard to play, but he's actually not. Like when I was first looking at him, I was done. I was like, oh my god, like this looks way too complicated. And then actually playing him, I was like, oh, never mind. This looks really flashy, but it's actually really fun to do.
Cool. Let's show everybody. We've seen parts of it in the trailers, but let's show the full Fujin Fatal Blow.
The N2 to this is really good. It takes up a ton of space. It's great for like using it as an anti-air and stuff. They try to jump out of this restand.
Fantastic. So that's pretty much. I mean, that's Fujin in a nutshell. All the variations of how you're able to play Fujin. It wouldn't be a combat cast if we didn't show you a fatality though. So let's take a look at the Fujin fatality.
Ooh.
Him stepping on the intestine is so gross.